Hey guys, hope you're all having a good Wednesday morning. I am moving a dump bed out of the mine and then I'm going to Denver, Colorado, picking up just the body for an EC700 excavator, Volvo. Just the cab and the tracks weighs like 120,000 pounds. The counterweight and the boom and the bucket and all that stuff is not even going to be on it, but just that weighs 120,000 pounds. Gonna head out for Denver this evening, get there tomorrow, and bring it back here to Salt Lake. So a lot of you guys know I got suspended from Twitter. I think it's been 4 days now, 3 or 4 days ago. So YouTube is kind of my only big platform for outreach. And then this morning they removed the last Four Horsemen video I did with Ryan Dawson, Adam Fitzgerald, and DJ Thermal Detonator. So that's the first video I've ever had removed, and so they just gave me a warning. I don't have any strikes technically yet, but they gave me a warning and removed the video. So the reason they removed the video is because Ryan went on about the 2020 election, and I don't know how many times we've done that. We've done that probably at least 10 times we've talked about it, and I'm of the mindset that it's something that should be talked about, and I don't even personally believe it was stolen. I think it was rigged, and I think there was fraud, and I think they obviously wanted Trump to win, but I don't really buy this theory that hundreds of thousands of votes were manufactured overnight and, you know, Trump won and then they stole it and gave it to Biden. It's something I could be convinced of, but I just have not yet. So I don't think it's something that people should be shut up about. I think they should be allowed to talk about it. But just for letting him go and letting him say his piece, that was not okay with YouTube, so they removed the video. Luckily, that video is still up on Odyssey, so you can go watch it over there. And I put a link in the description to the video on Odyssey. I sent Ryan a message and I asked him what he thought about if I just took that 30-second clip out and reposted the video here so people will see it. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, but I might do that, and I don't want to do that without asking him first. So I might re-upload it here just so people still see it, because we did talk about a lot of really important 9/11 stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if that's bending the knee to their will at the same time. This is the weird thing with vaccine mandates and free speech on big tech. What do? Do you just give them the finger and get banned right away, or do you play the line a little bit? I talked about this yesterday. I'm more of the mindset that you shouldn't. You should just do what you think until you get removed. So I don't know. I think the lesson here, though, is we need alternative media, and I think I actually screwed up by not promoting the alternative platforms enough when I was on Twitter, because losing Twitter and YouTube at the same time would pretty much erase me, because I've got, I don't know, a few hundred friends on Facebook and you can't say anything over there, and then I've got, I think, about 400 followers on Odyssey right now. So if they got rid of YouTube now and my Twitter's gone, that pretty much erases me from the scene. So I'm going to do everything I can to promote those alternative platforms while I'm still on YouTube. Odyssey is where you can find me right now. I should probably expand my portfolio. I should probably go on Rockfin and BitChute just so I'm there. But yeah, I don't know. Free speech has always been important, and luckily I've got a resume that you guys can look back on here. Pretty much since I started, just talking about how, you know, I believe in a free market, and that also applies to ideas. Applying corporatism to the world of ideas, which would basically be an institution suppressing certain information, just like corporatism is with the government suppressing or uplifting certain industries or businesses. You get an off-balance representation of what people want to hear and what people think, just like you have that in the economic marketplace when something is either suppressed or held up high by the government. So I think even if people think things that are terrible, like if they're neo-Nazis or if they're communists or whatever, I think that the dumbest thing ever to do is to shut them down and not let them talk. Because the way you diffuse stupidity is by making people think through what their position is. If they actually have to, I talked about this with the Unfit Statesman last night. He was saying he would like to see someone who has just completely illogical, inconsistent worldviews just sit down and try to explain it to him and see it crumble beneath their feet as they're trying to actually say why they believe that. Because so few people do that now. They don't actually arrive at a conclusion from evidence. They have a conclusion that they want to reach, and then they do everything they can to connect the dots to bring them there. So they hear something on Sean Hannity or Rachel Maddow or whatever, and then they say, okay, that's what I believe. Now I'm going to sift through my life experiences and only select things that line up in that manner. And I think that's really bad. I mean, I think we should be approaching truth and life and anything as if we're in a crime scene, trying to just figure out what is objectively happening, what is really true. The illustration I've used before is it's like if you show up at a crime scene and you're just trying to solve the crime, versus if you show up at a crime scene and your brother has been accused of committing a crime. You're obviously going to do everything you can to try to absolve your brother of guilt. But that's not a sincere search for truth. I've got a truck that's coming down and I'm gonna have to move, so I gotta go. But please go follow me on Odyssey and try to just support me where you can. Stay here too. Like, I'm not suspended yet or anything, but I could be soon. So go follow me on Odyssey. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll check in later.